There's a brand new upgrade to Claude that I think makes academic writing marvelous. Let's check it out. So, this is the new Claude. Good morning, Andrew. Hello. No one calls me Andrew unless I'm in trouble. Oh, I like being in trouble. But it's this button down here, choose style. So you've got the normal Claude layout, and then we've got this new one. Oh, what's this about? Let's click it and find out, people. So click here. Normal, concise, explanatory, or formal. So, how should Claude write written responses? So, normal, default, boring, and then we've got concise. So, shorter responses, more messages. Maybe this is useful if you're asking for responses that you just want like bullet points, so you just want to get to the facts quicker. Easy. Now, explanatory, educational responses. So maybe you've got a question about a paper, you could use that. And then formal. Oh, clear and well-structured responses. Maybe you need to send a letter to the Queen, or maybe not the Queen, maybe your supervisor, maybe an academic institution. You could use formal language to write like an email to them, for example. But I'm not really interested in their default ones today. I'm interested in what it can do for research. So it's this button here, create and edit styles. Ooh, I like this. What's behind that button? This. Customize your style. So you've got these ones. Clearly you can sort of like drag and drop where you want those to go. That's not really interesting to me. Go up there. Oh, that's so annoying. No, go there. Oh, okay. There. That's better. Okay, back to normal. And then we've got this, create a custom style. Click here, and this is where I think the magic really happens. So, share an example of your writing or describe your style, and Claude will make a custom writing style tailored for you. This is where, for academics, it gets really interesting. All of those times you've had to adjust your writing style. If you're writing a literature review, it's slightly different. If you're writing something in your thesis, it's a little bit different. If you're writing an abstract, it's a little bit different. You can create a writing style for each type of writing you do. If you're writing a report just for like your supervisor, it is all different styles of writing, and importantly, it can match your style of writing, which I absolutely love. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love. Okay. Oh, I don't think I like that very much. Now, we go here, add a writing example, or down here, describe style instead. We'll click on that one in a minute. Let's have a look at add writing example. So we click here and we can go upload from device, or we can paste text from content. So let's have a look. Let's go upload from device first, and let's have a look at some stuff. I've put in one of my PDFs, and here it says analyzing your writing, and then it just takes a while. So we wait. We do the typical AI waiting game where we just kind of like stare into oblivion and just wonder what our life would be like if we weren't in academia. But before we get to the really dark stuff, this pops up. Okay, your custom style. The style summary is to deliver scientific insights through an analytical, precise, and deeply technical communication approach. Nice. What do we want to see this? So preview with an example. Let's have a look at educational content, and let's have a look to see what that style is like. It gives us a little preview, which is really useful. So here, sunset color variations result from complex optical phenomena involving, oh, that's very academic, isn't it? Oh, and then we've got all of this stuff, meteorological conditions, including humidity, particulate concentration. Oh, yes, I like this. This is a good writing style. And then if I go up here to options, I can rename the style, or I can edit style manually. If I click that, you can see this is the type of instructions that it's giving to Claude, and I can go in and change stuff if you want to. I think mostly it's done an okay job with everything I've wanted it to do so far. So I'm just going to go save changes, and then I'm going to change it. Let's have a look. Instead of rename style, let's have a look. I'm going to give it paper writer. All right. Oh, I like that. Click, bonk, paper writer. Go back here. Now you can see we've got this one here, paper writer. I like that very much. So if we go back here, down here, we should see paper writer. Nice. So how can Claude help you today? Clearly, I haven't given it any data or any information, but you could give it results from a recent paper. Oh, one thing that I forgot to mention is down here, when it says create a custom style, the content is not stored after matching styles. So that's very important if you want to upload sort of like data that you don't want available for anyone else. Like if you're uploading a new paper, or if you're uploading like something from your thesis, it won't be stored there. So that's good. Okay, let's go back to here. How can Claude help you today? So write an introduction to a paper about OPV devices. Okay, let's just see what it goes. They'll go down here, and then we'll say go, and then we wait. I'll draft an introduction for a scientific paper generating, and then we get this over here. Now, this is going to be much better than any of the other sort of prompts that you've given it in the past, because it is using your actual writing style and the way you want it to write in its response here, which I really like. Look at that. Oh, and if you read through it, it will be just as long and boring and dense and technical and angry and kind of like a little bit passive aggressive, the way papers should be written, in my opinion. And you can see here, yeah, there we are. This paper is great because as you read it, you realize that it's talking down to you. And I think that's what every bit of good scientific writing should do, is talk down to you as if you're a kid that's in trouble. All right, the fundamental architecture of organic photovoltaic devices relies on active layer morphology. There we are. So you can see you've already got something that not only has got sort of like the right structure, but also the right tone, which is something that this really, really excels in. So I love that. Let's go back to a new chat and let's have a look to see what else we can do. So when we get down here, we can obviously create our own different type of responses, but it's this bit when we click here, describe style instead, that I think could be useful in some circumstances. So here we've got loads of different options once we click that button. Button. Ooh. Bottom. Then we've got all of this stuff. Okay, define style objective, tailor to an audience, use specific voice and tone, describe generally, or use custom instructions. So this can be a little bit more advanced, and really, I think the best way you can use this is uploading different writing styles. So for example, if you wanted something specifically for a paper, for an abstract, you'd upload examples of abstracts and you could create a new abstract writer. You could get as granular as that. Instead of just having like a paper writer, you could have abstract writer, an introduction writer. You could have a conclusion and results, and you can say, you know, this is what I've got at the moment, and you could reformat it to that tone. Oh, I love it so much. Academic writing and getting the tone and the kind of language right has never ever been easier. So, describe style instead, tailor to an audience. So this is good if you're like writing to academics, an email, for example. You could say, write it for a academic in a university, that sort of stuff. And then use custom instructions, advanced. I think we should stay away from that for the moment unless you really know what you're doing. But you could, for example, take a writing style like this one, and then you go to more options, edit style manually. You could take this bit, for example, and you could create your own one. Oh, it's okay. Oh, copy or copy. Okay, good. This is going well so far. Cancel. Let's go back and let's go to create custom style, describe style, use custom. And then look, I've just copied and pasted what was generated in here. And then I could change this in here to match much more what I wanted. Using what they use as a template before sort of like creating your own custom instructions, I think is important, but something that most of you probably won't need to touch at all. Hands off. You'll just ruin it. But here, yeah, describe your style. So here we could just say, let's get rid of all of that. We could just say, I want it to, you know, write in an academic way for peer review. Okay, you'd spend more time doing that, to be honest, not just this silly thing. Generate a style, and then that style will pop up just like everywhere else. So, communicate complex ideas through analytical, precise, and deeply scholarly, academic rigor. I like that. And then let's have a look with a short story. Let's see what it does with academic rigor and a short story. Oh, look how dense that is. That is very hard to read. Academic writing at its finest. So there we are, and you can see that that's there now. And when we go to paper writer, we get a load. I don't know how many you could put here, but I imagine you could put a few, and you could also sort of like rearrange them so that if paper writer and academic rigor needs to be at the top, use that more often, you can have that one at the top. But I absolutely love that this is now there. Go check it out for your research field, because I think it will make all of your academic writing so much easier. Check it out. If you like this video, go check out this one where I talk about the best AI upgrades for 2024 and the ones you should know about.